Lewis.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Tennessee after this. Mariota now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Tampa Bay Bucs, their offense returning to the field, looking for some consistency so far in the 2016 campaign. One thing that has been consistent, unfortunately, for these Tampa Bay Bucs, lightning delays, 2 so far in back-to-back weeks.
And against Los Angeles last week, it was really a tough one because they had to go on offense to try and win the game after a lightning delay. Not quite able to pull it off. Tough situations when you have to go in and then have to come back out, warm up, and try and win a game.
To throw, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. One receiver to the left is Evans. Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And quickly, they get to the line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, Martin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Out of his end zone, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. This is taken at the 18. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Following the interception, Winston. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. They're down here in the third quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And how about this? A fake. An unlucky number here. A loss of 13 on the play. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They go with Murray again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Mariota. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They come up in an offset eye. Here's, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Rashard Matthews, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. A second down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Surveying the field. It's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Again, it's Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Adam Humphries from 3 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. That'll be taken in the end zone. Fighting through.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them zero favors with that return.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Second down, Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. That'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. They come up in an offset eye. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Walker with a grab, left side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Fresh set of downs here. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll fight his way. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Mariota, and this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Mariota. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Right side caught by Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Vincent Jackson, 70 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating. Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready. Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them. Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run it again with Martin. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville.
After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry. Really care what's down in the winter. don't make no difference.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Garoppolo's Patriots going up against Smith's Chiefs. So let's get you out to Kansas City as we say hello to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle as we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, with this Chiefs D, we saw a little bit of the yin and the yang that can happen in the NFL. You know, week 3, 8 turnovers against the Jets, and then that week 4 game against Pittsburgh, no. Turnovers, they gave up 43 points.
There's a correlation there, isn't there? All right, because they exist and feed off of taking the ball away from the other team. And just as you mentioned, taking away 8 times against the Jets, almost like they ran through their quota in that game, and it came a cropper against Pittsburgh.
They come out here in the eye. On first down, Brady. And incomplete to open things up. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And we roll now on the offensive starters. And everybody always loves to talk about Gronk.
And wouldn't a lot of teams love to redraft right now? This guy went in the second round. Yet no matter what, you've got a game plan for him when you're opposing him.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Just one catch, 16 yards for Edelman against Buffalo. Now, he did have a 90-yard touchdown catch on the first play from scrimmage, but it was called back.
And that's unfortunate, isn't it? Because when you get off to that kind of a start, you're really flying at that point. Instead, it doesn't count, and it became a very difficult afternoon for that point forward for the New England Patriots.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Brady now to throw. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
It seems like whenever people talk about Chris Long, the number one thing they discuss is his motor and how relentless he is. Let's not forget, he's also a superior athlete.
They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. Rolling to his right. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Blunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, here's Blunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll throw with Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
When Derrick Johnson entered the league as a first-round draft pick, he was known as an outside linebacker with a lot of speed. He's evolved into one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Now Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. And now here comes Kansas City. Ground. It's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's third down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenneth Acker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. On 2nd and 10, Smith escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Kelsey out in the slot right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Smith. Screen pass to Charles. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Throwing again is Smith, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to Travis Kelsey. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player, and that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
Smith now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
And can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go back to the air here after the... And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They're going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Brady going to throw. He's got LeGarrette Blount. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll be 1st down, New England. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
2nd down following the incompletion. Now Brady again. This is caught. Gronkowski.
And Rob Gronkowski had 1 catch for 11 yards against Buffalo. It came in the 4th quarter. He's still trying to get back in form after the pulled hamstring earlier this year.
Yeah, and as he gets back into form, he'll be happy to have Tom Brady back under center.
And Martellus Bennett, another tight end, helping take the pressure off of Gronk.
First and goal here from the 9. Brady gives now to Blount. And able to put. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Well, Charles did return to action in Week 4, just 1 carry for 6 yards, but just good to see him back out there after that ACL injury.
And I like what Kansas City did about bringing him back from his knee injury of last year. They gave him a limited amount of playing time against Pittsburgh. They've got an open week coming up, and then he plays again. That's 2 more weeks of healing. I think we'll see the old Jamal Charles emerge as the season finishes up.
Incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. He'll take this inside the 40. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the I. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In the red zone this time. Now a carry for Blunt. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, and the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half starts with a run by Jamal Charles. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Following the penalty, here's Charles. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On the counter, it's Charles. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On the toss, there goes Wentz. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Smith turns and gives to West. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. A strong running. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come up in a two tight end look here.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. His pass caught at the 4. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 49 yards. Throwing on first down is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. Finding time. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Smith catches left side. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the up. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come out here in the eye. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady eluding the pressure right. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 58 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. is relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket and unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket and throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
On second down, here's Brady. Amendola catching it left side. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Here's the option going right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Blunt. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. 3rd down here.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some... Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other."
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
To throw, it's Brady. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. on 2nd and 10 now. Brady to throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Brady got to have this one. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Again, it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. LeGarrette Blount punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Gronkowski for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing now, Smith trying to lay one up deep. And they went big on 1st down, proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On 2nd and 10, Smith dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler,
Marcus Peters. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Charles the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Smith going to throw it. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Quick pass play there on the slant. Charles works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.